Let me ask you something nobody ever bothers to explain properly. Does engine oil actually go bad? Not maybe, not it depends. Let's get brutally honest. And what you're about to hear might just flip everything you thought you knew about your car's health upside down. Every time you change your oil, you're told it's just routine, but no one tells you what happens to oil when it sits in your engine. Because here's the shocking truth. Engine oil absolutely goes bad even if your car is parked for weeks, months, or even unused in a garage. Now, wait, isn't oil supposed to be stable? That's the lie. That's the comfortable illusion. See, oil isn't just oil. It's a mix of refined base oils and a complex cocktail of additives, anti-corrosives, detergents, friction modifiers, dispersants. And these additives? They degrade, they react, they separate. Not because you're driving too much, but because time is their real enemy. Yes, Finn, if you don't drive a single mile, you may think, but I barely use my car. The oil should be fine, right? Wrong. And this is where most drivers unknowingly kill their engines slowly over time. Engine oil starts oxidizing the moment it's exposed to air and heat. Even just sitting inside your engine, the constant exposure to fluctuating temperatures, condensation, and microcontaminants silently degrades it. It turns acidic, it thickens, it loses its lubricating power. And the kicker? It doesn't always show obvious symptoms until it's too late. You know what's worse? Mechanics know this, car manufacturers know this, but they hide behind generic advice like change your oil every 0 miles without telling you that old oil, even with low mileage, can become a silent killer. Let's do a quick comparison. Would you drink milk that's been sitting unopened in your fridge for 6 months just because you never opened it? Of course not. Then why would you let your engine bathe in expired oil, which is far more sensitive and critical than milk? And here's the mind-blowing part. That expired oil doesn't just sit, idle, it becomes a sludge generator. The detergent additives break down, moisture sneaks in, and slowly your engine begins to suffocate from within, losing power, building heat, and eating away its own internals. But you're not told this, because if you knew, you'd stop trusting blind maintenance schedules and start listening to your engine's real needs. So the next time someone tells you, you don't drive much, you don't need to worry about your oil, run, because that ignorance could cost you, your engine, and thousands in repair bills. Now that the mask is off, let's dive into the science and break down exactly why engine oil goes bad, how to spot it, and how to protect your engine before it's too late. Your car's survival might just depend on what you learn next. 1. What actually happens to engine oil over time? Engine oil isn't just a slippery liquid that looks okay. It's a chemical formula with a lifespan. The moment it's poured into your engine, 3 things start happening. Oxidation. The oil molecules react with oxygen, even at low temperatures. This causes the oil to thicken and turn acidic over time. Additive depletion. Those special ingredients like anti-foaming agents, detergents, and anti-corrosion additives, they wear out, break down, and lose effectiveness. Contamination. Tiny fuel particles, moisture from condensation, and even metal shavings start to pollute the oil just by sitting in the engine. And guess what? You don't need to drive 0 miles for this to happen. It starts as soon as the oil is exposed to air, heat, or pressure. 2. Why sitting cars suffer the most? Here's where things get scary. If you're not driving your car often, you might think your oil is still good, but actually, it's the opposite. When you drive regularly, the engine heats up enough to evaporate moisture. But when the car just sits, moisture collects and settles inside the oil and engine components. Add in ambient temperature changes, cold nights, and warm days, and internal condensation accelerates oil degradation. This leads to internal rusting, sludge formation, and gasket weakening. And yet your dashboard gives you no warning until it's too late. 3. How long does engine oil really last, even without driving? Conventional oil starts degrading after 3-6 months, even if you don't drive. Synthetic oil lasts a bit longer, around 6-12 months, but it's not eternal. Opened bottles of oil stored in your garage? They start going bad after 12 months, even on the shelf. So, even if your car only ran 0 miles in the last year, your oil is probably already expired. 4. Signs your engine oil has gone bad, even if it looks fine. Here's the hard truth. You can't judge oil health by just the color. Black doesn't mean bad, and gold doesn't mean good. Real signs of bad engine oil include engine running louder than normal, reduced fuel efficiency, slow acceleration, vibration or rough idle, burning smell or smokiness, clean oil that still smells burnt or acidic. And the worst one, no symptoms at all until your engine fails. 5. What you should do right now. Forget the outdated rule of every 0 miles. Start thinking in terms of time plus environment. Here's what smart car owners do. Change oil every 6 months, even if the mileage is low. Use fully synthetic oil if your car sits for long periods. Store your car in a dry, temperature-stable garage. Use engine oil flushes occasionally to clean out internal sludge. Always replace the oil filter. When you change the oil, old filters can recontaminate fresh oil. And finally, don't wait for a dashboard warning light. By the time that comes on, the damage is already done. 6. Why this matters more than you think. Engine repairs can easily run into 3060 or more. But regular, intelligent oil changes? They cost you maybe 40 to 70. The trade-off isn't even close. Let's be clear. Engine oil is the blood of your car, and bad oil? It's like pumping toxic sludge through your heart every single day. You wouldn't let that happen to your body, so why let it happen to your engine? Be honest. What's the longest you've gone without changing your oil? Drop it in the comments. Let's see who holds the record and who's lucky their engine still runs.